Good morning, students. Once more, I welcome you in my class of English. I am Kamal Nath, and I am going to teach you a poem today. Break, break, break. This is the poem from your Gulmohar book, composed by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It's a very famous name, very renowned name. In the last video, I introduced Alfred Lord Tennyson with his some very other important works. I know you must have learned about his life, about his work, and today I am going to explain the poem composed by him, Break, Break, Break. It's indeed a sad poem, tragic poem that he is lamenting, expressing his emotions and ideas in a very depressed mood. Let us see what is the content, what is the message, and what he tells in this poem. He is addressing the wave of the sea. He is sitting on the seesaw and addressing the wave of the sea and describing what type of feelings comes to his mind. He is sharing, and let us see what he tells. Break, break, break. He is addressing the wave of the sea. To fall. He tells the wave of the sea to fall, hit the stones. That is what here by the seesaw, and of course that is turning into the foam only. The wave that is hitting the stones and turning into the foams. He is telling, you wave, come and fall, break the wave on the stones, on thy cold grey stones, O sea. He is addressing the sea, O sea. You break your wave on the cold and grey stones. They are lying on the seesaw here and there. And I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. The poet is telling that he is not able to speak. He is unable to express his feelings, his sadness. So the line is here, third line, and I would that my tongue could utter. In this line, the poet tells, if he could speak, but he is not able to speak. If he would be able to speak and express his feelings, his emotions, his sad feelings, the thought that comes in his mind, he is not able to do. He is unable. He is so sad. Then he is telling in second stanza what he sees, what he watches before his eyes in the sea, what is happening, whatever sight he is able to see, he is explaining and comparing his own feeling, own sight, his own here idea that comes to his mind with the sight that he watches outside, what is happening outside and what he feels from inside. He is comparing these here two different scenes. He is telling, oh, well, for the fisherman's boy. You can see here in the poem, the children of fisherman are running. His son is chasing his daughter, fisherman's daughter. They are playing. They are happy. So the poem expresses their mood. How happy they are. Oh, well, for the fisherman's boy, that he shouts with his sister at play. The poet tells that the fisherman's boy is shouting, making sound. He is happy, playing with his sister, chasing his sister, running on the seesaw. How happy they are! Oh well, for the sailor lad. And then the poet tells about a lad, about a boy, sailor boy, who is sailing his boat. And about him, the poet tells how happy the sailor boy is, who is sailing the boat in the sea, that he sings in his boat on the bay. That sailor boy is sailing his boat in the sea and he is singing. The children, son and daughter of the fisherman, are playing, they are happy, and at the same time a sailor boy who is sailing his ship is happy, he is singing song. He is comparing his own inner thought, his emotion, how sad he is, how depressed he is, that he cannot even open his mouth and express his feeling, share his feeling, how sad he is, how grieved he is. And outside he sees that the people are here in different mood. He is telling about the other side, that is in the sea, a stately ship, and the stately ships go on. The poet is telling about a very big and grand ship. He sees a very big and grand ship that is going to their heaven under the hill. That big and grand ship is moving and going to a peaceful and safe place that is under the hill. The big and grand ship that is in the sea scene, he tells about that ship that it is going in the direction to the place where it stops, that is peaceful place, that is a happy place, and that is under the hill. That's a safe place. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand. And now he is telling about his own here state of mind, a state of emotion, that he is so depressed, so pained, so grieved, so sad, that he is craving, he is longing for touching the hand of his friend who is vanished, who has gone, who is no more in the world. He is expressing his sadness over the death of his friend, who was his childhood friend, his so close friend, so dear friend, who is no more, who is dead. And he is lamenting over the death of his friend, telling that he is not able to touch the friend of his friend, the hand of his friend, and the sound of a voice that is still, and he is not able to listen the voice, the sound. That sound is now still, has become quiet forever and ever. The sound of his friend. He is telling about the sound and voice of his friend that he cannot hear. That sound cannot be heard because his friend is no more in the world. That doesn't exist now in the world. And so he is extremely sad, extremely pained. And then he again calls and appeals the wave of the sea, break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea. He is telling the sea again, you see, you break your wave on your steep and rough stones, that is lying on the foot, on the shore of the sea. He is again appealing, you come and break, fall your wave on that, on your steep and rough stones that is just on the foot, that is on the seashore, O sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead. And again he remembers those wonderful and happy days he had spent with his friend, with his dead friend, who is no more, will never come back to me. The poet tells that those days, those wonderful moments of my life, that was so happy days, will never return, will never come back, because that is dead. Those days, those memories are now dead. His friend is dead. So he will not be able to talk to his friend, to touch the hand of his friend who is no more in the world. So this was what the poem Break, Break, Break by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And I'm sure you must have understood what the poet tells, in what way the poet describes his feeling, his emotions in this poem, Break, Break, Break. Thank you, students. Thank you very much for being the part as a listener, and I will come in the next video with its exercise to discuss, to explain you its question answer. Thank you, students. Thank you very much. Thank you.